who's also powerful, who's also influential, who is also a recognized leader in his community. And his daughter is dying. And we are told very clearly, he comes to Jesus and begs him. He falls at the feet of Jesus and begs Jesus to do something. And there's also this unnamed woman, as Jesus is going with Jairus and others with Jairus to do something with this man's daughter. Jesus gets distracted, so to speak. He's going with Jairus, now gets pulled in a different direction for another person, a woman who has this horrible, terrible disease. She's constantly bleeding. It has pushed her out of her community. It's pushed her out of the synagogue. It's made her ceremonial unclean. She can't even be around her family without contaminating them with her uncleanness. So she's ostracized. We're told she spent everything she had on medical technology known at the time for help, and it did no good. You got a desperate father, and you got a desperate woman. One of the most common of all human realities, one of the most common human experiences is desperation. All of us either have been, we are currently, or we will one day be there. Where we're tapped out, spent out, worked out, maybe even prayed out, and we have no other recourse. The most common ways of dealing with desperation are, one, resignation. Sometimes when these circumstances come, we simply say, this is the way it is. Can't do any better than this. This is life. And there's nothing we can do about it. Just suck it up and live with it. And you're desperate and you resign. You become bitter and cynical. Another way of dealing with it is fear and panic. That we don't know what to do. We panic, we go here, we go there, we react. We're just moving around frenetically here and there with no sense or rhyme to what it is. We don't know what to do, but we got to be appearing to do something, and we're just reacting out of fear, and it's utter panic. We typically fall in one of those two camps when we get very desperate. Just passive resignation. There's nothing we can do. We've done all we can. Done. Or I'm utterly overwhelmed with fear and I'm going to act out in panic. But there's a third alternative to dealing with desperation, and that's with faith. Amen. That's not resignation. That's at his feet. Amen. Desperate situations are big conditioned things. They're big circumstances where there's no way out, no resolution, nothing we can do, at least as far as we can see. I mean, in this chapter, Mark chapter 5, we find disciples in trouble in a storm. We find a demoniac who is possessed by darkness and a demon. We find a woman with a long-term physical illness, and we find a dad named Jairus whose daughter is dying. Those are the four groups of people in this passage. And each of them do not have the human strength, the human wisdom, or the human capacity to do anything about the storm, about the darkness and the demon, about the physical illness, or about death. They're all desperate. And in each one of these situations, they find themselves confronted by and at the feet of Jesus. And Jesus shows that He is not just a Savior, He's the Lord. He is all-powerful. On the storm, He stills it. On the demons, He casts them out. On the physical illness, He brings healing. And eventually on the death, He brings life. He is Lord. And in each one of these, in their own unique way, we find people